Hello. Hi. Hey guys, it's your boy Sick Jim here. Oh, I'm sick. But you don't want to hear about that. I'm sure. Yeah, your boy's sick. I got cough medicine here. I got a cat next to me also. Hold on, I'll show you. Blake. Blake. Look at that. Look at that cat. Anyway, hi. I'm sick. Oh. It's okay. I'm better than I was yesterday. Yesterday was pretty bad. What did I highlight? Oh, this? Okay. Don't worry about that. I'll try not to cough too much on the thing. I think I also fixed my audio a bit, so I'm not like overly quiet, but I don't think that happened too much on these playthroughs, at least for this game. Yeah. What were we doing? We were gonna talk to her.
Welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. My name is Plaisance.
Plaisance, I think you're a little too low. Let me crank the volume on this guy or this game, or I don't even know. I don't even know.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Uh-huh.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
Uh-huh. Oh, also, sorry if I'm like sucking. I'm noticing that the microphone is getting picked up, but I just don't know if it's like because of my sucking sounds. Man. I felt like I needed to mess with the noise gate a bit more. Let me just see if I can do that real quick. Because if I do that, I don't think that really helps. Nope, that doesn't really help. Is this any better? I don't. Good quality. Now I don't want to try the in-video ones just because I'll do this one. This might be better. I can't even tell. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Should have done this before I started recording. Check. Mic check. Oh, it actually sounds pretty good. I'm just delayed. But I guess that's fine. Okay. We're good. Again, I hope my voice just doesn't come off too low. But even if I'm talking quiet like this, I guess it kind of comes and picks up. It's also quiet in the game right now. Anyway, I'm sorry. Seem to be well off. Can you give me some money? No, she's not gonna do that.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
Is it because it's an anchor? Penny fish head. Oh.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Oh. Yes, okay, her voice, high pitched, sounds familiar. You've talked to her before through the doorbell. Oh,
She's
right.
fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. Why are you so uptight about those curtains?
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
Language. If it's just a storage room, why have that strange trinket in the curtains?
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile. Then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Yes, her she closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Take it easy. You've broken her resistance.
Nice.
Pushing her further will gain nothing.
Kinda see if she's sought help.
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods at the strange cage-like trinket on the curtains. Oh.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Like the pendant you wear?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
Oh.
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Wow.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store. I'm gonna do the narrator voice now.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
She peers at the curtains again.
Didn't that curtain just move?
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income
Cacodemons?
statements.
Echo demon? Like poop demons? Poop? Some poop demons?
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
I could investigate.
Most certainly not.
Why
I don't
not?
want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Psychic arts? Sounds right down our alley.
I had a few more questions about the curse.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up. The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go.
Didn't I already
Get
buy a
back
book?
there. The books await you.
I thought I bought one in the last part.
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose.
Ugh.
But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories.
Where
The
do you
truth
buy
is
them?
available if you just know where to look. And you have to open and free your mind to understand.
Sick.
Truth be told, but you don't learn. I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine.
She wiggles her bony finger at you.
The truth is available.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell
Aw.
me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy
Excuse
books
me,
after
sorry.
talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor.
Mind your own business, sir.
Oof.
In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business. You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
How much do you pay the
Good,
kid?
sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there. Indeed. Are we done with the jokes now?
Yes,
No.
we've had quite enough fun here.
No.
The woman before you scans the store. Her shoulders.
Oh, I
rigid
gave her
and
smart
tense.
ass. Damn
Every
it.
now and then, she nudges her glasses. Time to fire up
Fuck.
the old lie machine.
Damn it.
No.
The lieutenant looks at you, waiting to see where this is going. You've got this. Just go with it. This is elegant.
Prime Bros. I don't want to say
Stop
that.
being such a fussy prude. You can't convince her without lies.
Prime Bros.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense.
Crime Bros. I'm just gonna. I feel like I should just open it.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before.
Maybe not. No, I'm sorry. I tried. My inner like pacifist, non-confrontational person on a regular day-to-day would not allow me to do it. I'm a fake gamer. What are we doing? What are we supposed to do? Excuse me. All right, I'm supposed to talk about the thing, right? Find smokes and smoke them. That's why I'm sick, by the way. My body is like, no, you don't like smoking anymore. Sing karaoke. Did I not open this already? Didn't he give me keys?
This trash container, with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Uh-huh.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Turbo noodles. What is turbo noodles? I want that.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant uses a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty. Or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ooh, pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that,
thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
We need to ask the kid to put them there.
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Right.
The lieutenant nods,
Search the
then
food
looks
waste.
back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure.
Ah, yes.
But hey.
Classic chicken bone.
Nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
Elbows out. Nope.
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny.
Sorry.
Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A
Damaged
clipboard.
ledger.
A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly
Are
damaged,
these mine?
but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork? Yes, it is. Look.
Ooh,
This
oops.
plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to use it. For the great bloodletting to begin. Wait, I don't remember that. I think I didn't want it, so I threw it away. Someone.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all
Yes.
our sakes. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
The mug. I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Interesting. Reminds me of the mug collection we saw in our weasel's apartment.
Right. That's
Maybe
what I was
he or
thinking.
she has been dumping their garbage here.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
Right. Oh, gaming.
Or it may just be a coincidence. Either way, something to keep in mind. What else do you see?
That's it.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Open it again.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Okay. Sound weird to get out. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my stardom hard lately.
Yeah,
Sure.
you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Well, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Yeah, let's forget about the race theory real quick. Yeah, I'm good with that. Still seems unlikely. This only has 3 hours. I mean, we could try. Oh, I could have unlocked more space. Well, I guess I didn't really need the racism anymore. This was kind of weird. That was just kind of cringe. Miss Kuno. Ugh. Right, I need to read my ledger, which is this.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Hmm.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Hmm.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work? Just finish your case, detective.
Okay. Jeez. What a mug.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal
no.
cleaner.
Urinal.
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Mm-hmm.
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not though. It's toilet paper. Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily.
Oh, it's toilet
All you
paper.
have to
I
do
know.
is shake it off your finger, and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. I'm gonna let this play, and then yeah.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Oh, I bet you feel bad for missing those sounds. It was so good. Wow.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Kind of information.
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to
Oh,
reveal
right,
halogen
yeah.
watermarks.
I think I remember
Mine
this.
too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch
Okay.
of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly
White
white.
papers.
They're yellowed in
Right.
patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
I think this is their their slogan or whatever. Work, strife, poverty.
It's the middle
Not
of
the most
March.
compelling one.
You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Geneva Navy Convention. Have to open an official case their room.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. 2. That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
God knows I've made my share. He tries not to think of them. Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
The murder at that, because that's lighthearted.
You like this grimy murdering, don't you? It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Sick.
I pray his
Sick,
loved
bro.
ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died.
Oh, God.
It was a workplace accident.
Sheesh.
There
Let's
is,
see.
for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit on a stick. The fairies are at home in the mirror. The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking
That's
too.
great.
The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Thanks, Kim.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Okay.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Hmm.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
A penis.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Blue.
Blue.
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Shake.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there
I'm gonna
a
do
hidden
it.
compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, you four-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Smell it? Oh no.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Sick. I mean, I say sick in a good way, like in a positive way. I should maybe put on clothes that help me. Right? I don't know if physical instrument actually works. So what do I have now? Action, shivers, logic. Flight. What is this? Interfacing. No, that's fine. That one's actually better. But I don't think any of these actually really help me with that anyway. Oh look, this one has like a little crown. Why does it have a little crown? So I've leveled it up all the way? No, this one's almost leveled up though. Logic? Wait, what did I did need logic, didn't I? I don't have any points anyway.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Did I really not have anything else that was logic, clothes-wise? I mean, hello. Interact.
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
All right, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41. Then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And
Initials.
these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Harry Dubois, HDB. Still feels like there's something missing from that. That's comforting to hear. Now, detective, it takes half an hour to piece one of these together, if you still want to. Here are your options.
Half an hour.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers is not a hot flash of rage. It's unjust. The ledger quivers in your hand.
Oh well. I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. I messed it up already. Now open this.
Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were
Okay.
old. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right.
Brutal.
These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry. Emerging from the darkness of your
You're an
past.
asshole,
You
Harry.
tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
It seemed like a lot of good stuff. Frankly. Because you get, if you fail certain stuff, then you gain health and morale. And learning cap for pain threshold is now 6, which is here. Which is cool, I guess. Great. I don't want to talk to little kid baby. Let's see what that little light thing is. And then I'll talk to this guy for
Inside,
hints,
you
I
see a
think.
set of steering levers, a radio microphone,
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Kinetic comes to life with a whiny growl. That sound, you feel the wind in your hair as if you're already driving. But where? Down a narrow street, lined with shabby wooden houses, the 881 motor tracked, coiling like a serpent high above. Children play under the viaduct, eyes turn to watch you as you pass. The Valley of Dogs, and before it, a familiar dome,
Bark.
like a ladybug without the colors. The building has a designated parking place for your carriage. This is Precinct 41, as close as you have to home now. It's far away. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, 2 men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says his finger near the top of the map on a segmented On a segment of coast jutting out of the Great Ocean.
No, it does not.
Oh,
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate
sorry,
rows.
kid. Jeez.
The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance.
Uh-oh.
You better hope it's good.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age.
Sheesh.
What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Walk the line telling whores and liars.
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished.
It's good.
You've got, let's see. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3
Oh, right.
preparations.
I thought you meant the 200 one.
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her. Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles
Honestly,
over the
babe.
desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or twice a week and don't really think about it.
What?
There's no trace of guilt.
Once or twice a week to brush my teeth. Oh,
There
my
are
God.
certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious that the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of those officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Should find a
Why
hobby.
not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Earned.
It's
Wow.
meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
It's still funny though. Pour it out for the boys to fall in.
If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you.
Yeah, why not?
A dark pool of moonshine spiked borscht appears at your feet.
Fuck
The
it.
chunks of beet shimmer in the lights of the Kanema. Honorably done. You have given up some of your own blood for theirs.
Neither am I. Are we done here?
The lieutenant nods.
Jeez.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Okay. Read the watermarks. Oh, I guess I'm done with that. Guess I would have to ask about the trash, but maybe I could talk to this guy first.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days
I'm
are
nodding right
behind me.
now.
There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Just be straight with him.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Why is he
It's
so
not a
defensive?
lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation.
Okay. Well, that didn't help at all.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks, the more you ask yourself, the less you know. One thing is for certain, though.
Oh, wait, I
your
lose?
brain damage. It's serious and permanent.
Oops. Maybe I read that wrong.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the rate.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
She adds with contempt. So bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the walls out of amber?
I don't know.
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution, the side walls and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Sheesh!
Someone was.
Wait, so I take you. Oh,
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
take a look.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
Sick.
This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later. You can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Her eyes narrow and she appears to take your measure.
While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age. Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia photos and knickknacks line the dashboard.
Diamonds?
Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't even know?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Get high off of driving lorry?
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo. Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain. It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain. Don't be stupid.
What?
The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man, one night. As he and his beloved are out walking along the river Margaret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down. So the Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Margaret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Why does he have to strangle?
You have to understand. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Maybe. Who knows?
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will. Lomonosov's Land, Udajnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge.
A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
She opens her eyes again and shudders.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
Hold on. KM is calling me real quick. Give me 1 second.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
All right, sorry. I'm here. I'm sorry. KM. Doctor's visit too. She's not sick. She just had an appointment already. I guess already scheduled. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. What did she say? How do drugs feel?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Sorry, I'm now just texting her.
I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
Okay.
Then what were you getting at?
This line of questioning is going nowhere. Try harder.
You're man, low man. What of it? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
It'd be drugs.
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman? It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
Damn this. Make her answer.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
Whatever.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go.
Sure.
Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
What a lady. What a friggin' lady. Misha feels kind of sus because of that. That's just me. I don't trust these old ladies. Especially not from here.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Yeah, I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Sleepwalking or fugue state?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Yes?
Goodbye. There's nothing else to talk about. What else can we do? Should I even ask, I don't even... Maybe I could go to the, where the water lock was? I think that was near, like, the little store guy. Hmm? Sewer game. Okay. Cool.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the sun. Nothing
good.
happened. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Is it not Wednesday? What day is it? Is there nothing else I can, oops. Else I can interact here with? No trash. Nice autosave. Thanks. Okay, okay, fuck it. We're gonna talk to the kid. Maybe I should put on decent clothes first. Logic. Reaction speed, maybe? What is half-light? Threaten people? Oh. I mean... Wait, no, I need pants, though. Okay, well. It is what it is. Okay, well, here we go. Kim.
You missed a good show before.
Ugh.
Kids came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
What do you know about the body?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking
Trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. That fuck gimp had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he threw it
He's
away?
just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge. What are you? Fucking 80. When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
Right?
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah? That shit means nothing to Kuno.
Right,
Kuno
you
doesn't
said...
give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate. Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around
Cows?
pretending like he cares about cows.
Cows?
So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
Mm-hmm.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, get the fuck out of here calling Kuno stupid. Pigs come to Kuno for guidance, then say he's stupid. The fuck is up with that?
They're lost without you, Kuno. They need you. You're in control of this.
Why don't you figure your shit out yourself before you come to Detective Kuno for help?
Maybe we should.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
Nice. How to get
Yeah,
there?
Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real. Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in
Performance
Mirova by
crotch.
scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
Zips his jacket to give you a peek.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
Oh, sick.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Alright, Pickle, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's going to steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climbed the ladder up to your magic treehouse.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse. Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off.
Who's
Kuno can take it.
Kip-Ass?
shit's nothing to Kuno. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? The fuck does this have to do with the Kuno? Kuno doesn't give a shit who she is.
You were expecting relaying this information
Ouch.
to him to be more rewarding, right? Telling him you found out she isn't a gardener. You know what you should do if you want to get rewarded? Drugs. Drugs are more rewarding than work.
I mean,
Or
in a way.
alcohol, if you don't want to do drugs. Alcohol is just as rewarding, but it isn't a drug. This has
Totally
been
not.
going on for quite a while, hasn't it? You've been thinking about drugs and alcohol for a long time now. Juicy drugs. Tasty alcohol. Seems kind of boring now, going back to... What was this about? Some yard? Yards aren't interesting. Only drugs are interesting. Drugs and alcohol. You feel sad now, but what can you do? Life has to go on. With a heavy sigh, you say,
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks.
there it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
Hmm.
The fuck are you talking about? Kuno doesn't know what handed gimps they wear.
Trying to get you to talk gimp, Kuno. Don't talk.
In her eye. Fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig.
They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Hmm.
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh?
Beat-down
Mug guy gonna
basement.
get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno's Kuno, pig.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
He seems glad someone understood what he was going for. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's going to put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're afraid.
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's
Shut
nothing
him
you can
down.
do to
Oh
him.
God.
He's bullying you, and you are helpless. Kill him. Kill him now. He won't see death coming.
Look, I know you wanted to hit me. You got that, I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Hmm.
It's good you said that. Here it is. Here we go. Kuno likes this.
He wants me to punch him.
Oh no, you pussy. pussied out again. Shouldn't have done that. Kuno's gonna bitch you out now. Kuno's gonna sublet you. Pass you around like candy, fat boy. Pass your fat ass around. King Kuno!
The whole charade was about establishing dominance over you. You backing up means he's succeeded.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno!
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions.
Nice.
But remember, this changes shit.
Click, 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 click!
Already have like 10 empathy anyway. Let's see.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S. Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up.
No.
Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
She's trying to control you. We gotta get you out of here. How would I go about this?
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal. Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know. Fuck no, she's not me sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit. Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark. Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out. I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno S, two of a kind.
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer. Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
There's something cold in the air, like water lapping against cold stones, or dripping in a hallway nearby. 3 years ago, there were shoes in the corner. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Fear.
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it. Fuck knows. She says it's the Song of Air people or some shit. Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno. No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was Psycho Killer. Kuno means she killed someone. That's killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I knew you pigs were too naive for this shit. Good thing Kuno's got her under control. Kuno keeps her calm.
There's something cold in the air. The creature. Fear.
Yeah, look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. Yeah, she's... Yeah. Yeah, let's. Fuck no. Yeah.
What was that?
She was in the hall. Kuno's... I don't know. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see...
Kuno.
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control. Listen, listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her, you threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he will.
All right, now we can do business.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him.
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Oh, don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pant buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno.
Oh, hell yeah.
Kuno can flex.
90%. That's amazing.
You can even fuck back in Kuno's kingdom. Kuno saw you sniffing around that fucking pile of Etonite. It's a secret door, okay? Just pull it off and fuck back in there.
Okay.
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Dirty popo man is you.
Right.
In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed. Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Wow.
Like half.
Like half
a
of what?
baggie, but like in this vial.
It's not very much true at all.
Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Okay, Kuno's listening. All right, pig. You can plug him, but you can't stop him. It'll only buy you time. Kuno's violent dad's got Kuno's key, so you need to fuck your way in there. Go to the pier side, bang on the door till the cleaning gimp lets you in. That's how Kuno does it. Then you go to room 12 and kick down the door, police violence style. That's what Kuno does. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckhead. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
Obviously not gonna take it when you. Yeah.
Okay then.
Right.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
So what I was thinking in doing all that is that probably find where he's getting the drugs in a way. I don't know. That was my thought process in taking that thing. Wow. Okay. Well. Oh, look, a map. Wait. Whoa. Okay. There's like a whole shit here. Oh man, I wish I could zoom in. Okay. What is this? What is this giant block here? Fisherman sheds. There's like armies. Huh. Oh wait, and then who was the guy that he was saying? What's the rest of the armor? Jolly mask. Is it Call Me Mañana? Okay. What do you want?
Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often.
What if I tell them that?
Not as a general rule, but that one was justified. Better to get the lay of the land before telling people to fuck off.
That means you should do it whenever you feel like someone's disrespecting your authority.
Right?
That's the spirit. Never forget, the whole world's a wooden house and you're a goddamn flamethrower.
Okay. Oh, is it because I talked to that guy? Right. Big guy's still there. I'm assuming it was this guy.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you now? Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend. The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch.
Nice.
He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Okay.
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Okay.
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful. He is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to Kuno. Kuno, he's gonna fuck you up, Kuno. I remember if I had more trash, I need to put away.
Fuck does Kuno care? So?
You should thank him.
What? Don't be playing Kuno off as a snitch bitch. The oldest trick in the book, people.
Are you snitching, Kuno?
This is some ancient bullshit, people. Kuno would rather take 10 than snitch. Pig's full of shit. Get the fuck out of here.
You found a real nice button to push. Turned the tables on him.
The fuck about it? Kuno's
End of conversation.
I don't think there's gonna be anything else.
Very strong.
probably you heard Kuno. I don't mess your... Yeah. Your
Get lost,
Yeah. The kingdom... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
It's actually pretty good pants.
Kuno does...
Okay. I'm not sure what else I should do right now. If anything, I kind of need a break. Anyway, just a short part. Tiny bit of progress. The most minuscule progress possible. But let's make a plan. What do I need to do? Reality lowdown. Oh, maybe I could do that real quick. What is reality?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality?
Yes, please.
These are unimportant times, Detective.
Oh, I guess
You and I were
it's no
born
point that I'm
after
playing
the
this
dust
day.
had settled. 1,000th of a second too late. For the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
All men are predators, dear. Nothing much to be done about that. It's all a matter of where you get to file your teeth. The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Nice.
Those would be the
That's a
communists.
good word.
Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
She's not gloating. It's a relieved celebration.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed. Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, They shot 2 million people.
Truly a kerfuffle.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it. Yes, an acute thiamine deficiency can be exacerbated by alcoholism. Exacerbated means made worse. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad. I prefer the term risk-averse. King Guillaume was nobody's fool. He could smell a PR disaster brewing, so he got out alive, and his nephew Fricelle got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time. The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights,
Goddamn liberals.
I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective, or the remaining gentry, the beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well. They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember? To foreign intervention, the coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights. The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people. The coalition
This
of
is very
nations.
confusing.
Grad, Mesk,
I need a wiki
Vesper,
page for all of this.
Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay, the armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
The rulers of Revachol, and also the world. These guys are strong.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist. An almost endearingly moralist standpoint. It must be hard to take a moderate approach to head shooting in your line of work. The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly the whole world had gotten involved. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the
These damn
authorities in Grad
pandemics.
proved unable to
Too
contain.
real.
Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government. It made people overthrow their governments. Indeed, Zarat is a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark. From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end. Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think. A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The Zone of Control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the Suzerain and the Commune. Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade. 43 years. Hard to fathom, I know. The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell. The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere. No, it was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say.
Okay.
And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
Shit.
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the Zone of Control. You can see it in her eyes. Days slipping away.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just... we could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we'd played it right. Good question. What would you have done differently?
A cold creeps up your spine, reaching its tendrils up your neck, toward the back of your head.
So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with a technology 50 years ago?
The wind stops, and for
don't
a
know.
moment, there's silence. The charge dissipates into the dark water.
I'm not a
All is
doctor.
quiet on the Martinez Inlet.
There is peace in the heart.
Good hygiene. Really. A very moderate solution to an extreme problem. It's those sort of half measures that doomed the authorities in Grad. When they failed to step up, Marzov and his party stepped in. In this particular case, maybe a more robust state response might have been appropriate.
Opinions expressed here do not reflect the official position of the RCM.
And what is your official position, Lieutenant?
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old. That's my position. The abattoir.
Understandable. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Spread your hands.
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions? Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah! This
is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the
Primo.
cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
From the dilapidated balcony, Cindy the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye, her red paintbrush held to her throat.
Wonderful.
How did she hear that?
The girl in the old lady rags.
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
But to a child.
Young people who dye their hair funny colors and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self-defeating. All right.
Damn.
What next?
Damn.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile.
Sheesh.
A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
It's sharp.
Dios mío. A liberal.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a centrist at heart. A real moralist, no? Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
Beneath her waterproof raincoat and silk shirt is a body imbibed in numb 12 perfume. You are suddenly and intimately aware of it.
Oh no. What the fuck? I kind of want to just...
Steal, kill, and destroy. That they say we've been doing for over 4 decades now. Perhaps regrettably. I've had my fill for this century.
Aw.
In any case, I'm glad we can remain collegial despite my scaly bulk, and my perverse need to infiltrate and betray both kingdom and revolution. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed. With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery.
While a gentle wind sweeps the streets in the rebuilt east, light drizzle washing it clean, lights go up and motor carriages circulate the tracks.
I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake, then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
Yes,
Seditious.
perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing. Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife.
Ah,
Now, shall we return to reality? Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Yes, that means not de jure. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are to me is the police, the only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of glad to have been of assistance, the little that I know. On the contrary, officer, there are yet camionneurs you have not talked to.
oh, whoops.
And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbour. I suggest you go back and canvass.
Okay, thanks.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
I'm just reasonable.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment. Tisk tisk, just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What a fucking joke. The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Okay.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow? That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Great.
Jamais vu. Derealization.
I don't remember where this one came from. Ugh.
Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Cool. Should unlock more of these, right? add. This. And this. This only takes an hour. And this. Nope. Okay, cool. Alright. I'm good. I'm good. I need to stop. I need to take a rest. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go rest. Say bye, Blake. Look, this is how Blake's been the entire playthrough. Again, thanks for watching. If you watched, I'm gonna take a rest. Okay, bye bye.